even he is the eighth, and it's up to seven.
The eighth, it says the eighth is of the seventh. The eighth is America. It says the eighth is of the seventh. Because America comes from Britain. You know, the Pilgrims and everybody, John Smith, I'm saying they came over from Britain to America to start the new country. That's why America's of Britain, or the eighth is of the seventh.
It says in the eighth, even he is the eighth, and it's up to seven, and goeth into perdition.
And perdition means utter destruction. That's why America, which is the eighth, is going to be utterly destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, by the missiles. And everybody that they just named, they're going to be the ones that's going to destroy it. Them, also anybody else that has missiles. The Russians, the Chinese, North Korea, India, South Africa, Pakistan, all these nations have nuclear capabilities, and everybody's going to shoot their missiles on America. Can I get that in Jeremiah?
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 12, verse 11. They write the arrows, gather the shields.
The arrows symbolize missiles, because you can't. If I had an arrow and I tried to shoot it, you know what I'm saying? You got to
read that in
Second Ezra. Get that. What?
Says, they write the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his devices against Babylon to destroy you.
Medes talking about Russia. You know, we heavy into it with Russia right now.
For his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong, set up watchmen. Prepare the ambushes, for the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's right, we the watchmen right here. We the ones that's watching the prophecies, watching the news, watching everything to tell the people, to warn the people what's coming. That's our job.
With the arrows right quick?
Yeah.
This is proving that the arrows is the missiles. 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
That's right. You can't shoot an arrow from Omaha to London. You know, that's physically impossible. So it's a metaphor, because an arrow and a missile look similar. You know, and if you were back in those days and you seen the prophecy of a missile coming from one side of the world, hitting on another side of the world, you can only put it in terms that you would know. So you would say like an arrow. It looked like an arrow got shot from here to here. You know what I mean? You know,
that's crazy.
You can't. If you in 3rd century France, you can't explain to me what a car looked like. You would say it was a moving chariot. You know what I'm saying? You know they had the horse and buggy or horse and chariot.
Chariot without horses.
Yeah. You would say it was. You would put it in terms that you're familiar with. So that arrow is synonymous with missiles.
I'm gonna keep going because it's gonna prove it. Will prove it even more. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again."
That's right, because when they shoot those arrows, they're not gonna. So when they shoot those missiles, they're not gonna come back. You know, they're gonna hit. Go ahead.
Until they come upon the earth, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out.
That's like the fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't shoot. I mean, you can shoot a flaming arrow, but you know what I'm saying? You can put that fire out. If I had a fire arrow and I shot that tree, I'm saying the fire department can come put that joint out in 30 seconds.
Kindle means increase.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fire is kindled means it increases, because a nuclear missile lights the air on fire. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing, you know, it's a different aspect. Like when you light something on fire and put gasoline on them. You need gas to get that fire bigger. Well, with a nuclear missile, the air makes that fire bigger. You know what I'm saying?
And oxygen.
Yeah, oxygen. So it's all over. So the fire is going to increase just based off our atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Which is why it reaches to this maximum. You know, it reaches its max.
Maximum diameter.
Yeah, and every time it's going to reach. And it's basically just rearranging molecules, basically. You know what I'm saying? And when you have that, you have explosions no matter what. You know, from minor to major. You know.
2 Ezra 16:15, the fire is kindled, it shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
That's right. That's talking about America. That's talking about the destruction of America. All those missiles being shot on America and not being able to put America out. Basically, utterly destroying this place. Like I said, perdition means utter destruction.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward.
That's right. So, say I did have an arrow and I shot it. You know what I'm saying? That arrow is not gonna. It's not a boomerang. It's not gonna go over there and then come back. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a strong archer, you know what I'm saying? When I pull back that string, it's gonna launch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit its mark.
Yeah, and the fact that the reason why I said that is because if just like if you got a gun, you cock it and you shoot it. You know what I'm saying? That once that bullet come out,
It ain't coming back.
It ain't coming back. You can't regret it. You know what I'm saying? So when the missile was launched, when they press that button, they might be feeling the weight while the missile. They might have a change of heart while the missile is halfway over there. But you can't sit there and turn that missile. Okay? You can't sit there and change that missile back. All right?
Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
That's right, because after the destruction of America, once all those missiles are used, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to have any need for them anymore, because our kingdom is going to be set up in righteousness. That's why,
Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
Babylon being America.
All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord.
That's right, it said, all thee that shoot at her, what do you say?
It says, for she hath sinned against the Lord. All ye that bend the bow,
All that bend the bow, anybody that has those nuclear missiles,
shoot at her,
shoot at America, shoot at Babylon,
spare no arrows.
spare no arrows. If you got it, use it. If you got 100 missiles, you're going to shoot 100 missiles. You're not going to shoot 74 missiles and keep the remaining 24, or 26, I mean, you know what I'm saying, to testing, for a rainy day. This is the rainy day. You know what I'm saying? This is that last day. So you're going to shoot them all. You know what I'm saying? No more bullets in the clip.
It's the last 30 seconds and the fight is close. So you gotta go all out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody shoot a missile, it's gonna wipe majority of your country out. So why not shoot all your missiles? Why would you hold a missile when they shoot theirs on you? Because when theirs land, they're gonna wipe as much as they can. Yeah, as much as they can. So what you gonna do? You're gonna shoot all of yours. Because if they shoot 5, you gotta shoot 10. Because if they shoot 5, it's still a battle. So they're gonna try to wipe out your Ukraine. They're gonna try to eradicate it. And they're gonna accomplish eradicating it. Okay? They're gonna accomplish that. They're gonna shoot all their missiles and wipe this place out. And it's gonna hit so hard it's gonna shake the earth. It's gonna the earth is gonna rock back and forth when it hits. You know, because of so many missiles. Okay?
And then it was a saying back in the day, I'm saying it's not scriptural, but it was a pretty accurate statement. They said World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Because World War III is going to be a nuclear war. And you ain't going to be able to come back from that.
Yeah, that's what they said to that's what they said about Japan. What they said when they nuked Japan, they knocked them back to the Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? So when they knocked them back that's the whole point. It's to wipe out civilization. Okay? And just to put a little twist on it, you know, they created this. They created the weapons. They created these weapons, you know what I'm saying? But they're the ones that's always fighting for peace. okay? But they create weapons of death, okay? Weapons of mass destruction, per se. But they don't, but they're all the ones that's trying to say they having peace, to the basic person. When you watch TV and they say, oh, they create, these people are threatening, got weapons of mass destruction. Basically, if I got a gun and you got a gun, and I find out you got a gun when we beefing, I bring my troops first. Yeah, no, this is what America does. They bring their troops over and say, you're a danger to society, okay? You got to give up your gun. It's like, no, you give up your gun. America's basically like, no, you got to give up yours because you're a danger. We're protecting everybody. So that's what they're doing to in the countries not having that anymore. That's why they put sanctions on Russia. Really, that's why they put sanctions on Iran, because Iran getting nuclear capability. America tried to go over there and say, basically, give me your gun. And Iran said no. They said, well, we're going to put sanctions on you. Basically, you can't buy nothing that's in America. You got a bank account in America, it's gone. So they basically did that to Iran. Iran turned around and said, well, we don't need y'all. We'll go to India and trade with gold. We can defend ourselves. Yeah. So now, that's what's going on right now. It's according to prophecy in Isaiah the 14th chapter. It says, have thou become weak as weak? Because these nations start talking. Back in the day, 1950s, these nations wouldn't talk smack to America, man. But now they're getting that nuclear capability. They're getting economically strong. They're getting their armies up. Like, man, whatever. Put a sanction on us. Russia, when they put sanctions on Russia, the Russian minister said, man, he said, I don't care about the sanctions. The only thing I'm worried about is Tupac. Right. I can't listen to Tupac anymore.
Right.
Like, that's messed up. That's how much he care about America. It's like, shit, that's the only thing I'm worried about, listening to Tupac. I got it on my iPhone, so I'm straight.
Yeah.
It's like a spit in the face.
It's real.
They said it's a spit in the face. That's all it is. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14, verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
Yeah, because America has definitely become weak. Just like America is Rome and reincarnation. What made Rome weak? The army spread real thin, okay? And that's what happened to America. They're in South America. They're in Canada. They're in Japan. They're over here. They're over there.
Military bases all around the world.
Now, then what's the repercussions? You got the $1 trillion debt, $17 trillion in counting, right? They can't afford that, so now they got to start pulling the army back. You know what I'm saying? Now the nation's like, y'all can't afford this army. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got that big army y'all used to, And the dollar's devaluing, they're losing economic power. So all this is happening, which is causing them to become weak. Now the nation can sit there and say, get off my land. Go ahead.
It says, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?
Yep.
Thy bump is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, well, a worm represents destruction. Worms eat, decay. It represents decay. Okay, America is decaying from its buildings, streets. That's why the streets, all these roads. America wouldn't. These Americans built bridges. It wasn't made to last past 50 years. So they're at that point. They're decaying right now. America's on the decline. It's the youngest country ever established. Okay, you gotta keep that in mind. The most powerful kingdoms: Egypt, Babylon, Rome. Okay, all the Persians and the Medes. When you watch 300. This dude had 150 states. 150. Xerxes had 100. America has 50. Xerxes had 150. Okay.
But those 50 states is in one country here. When we say he had 150 states, that's like 35 countries. That's like America basically having control of a whole continent. That's how big Xerxes is.
So basically, with that being said, America being the youngest country, nowhere near as powerful as Rome, Babylon, Egypt. What makes you think America's gonna last? Everything will fail. You know what I'm saying? Everything will fail because everybody wants to be at the top. Now the difference is, the moral of the story is, who's gonna take over? You do that on the second Esdras. Okay? We're gonna